Hello and welcome to Funniful Entertainment. So today I want to talk about Valve, specifically the void that Valve left behind after the early 2010s in single-player games. Now I know that Valve has happily supported Dota 2 and CSGO, and to a lesser extent TF2, but a lot of Valve's IPs have fallen to the wayside, much to the fans' discontent. The two biggest examples are Portal and Half-Life. Portal at least had a closed resolution, but Half-Life left on a cliffhanger, and by God did that piss off fans. The amount of memes talking about Half-Life 3, Valve can't count to 3, there were a lot. For a lot of people, replaying these games can really exacerbate that feeling, that knowing of loss. That you probably aren't going to get this level of quality again. That being said, the community has certainly tried to quench that feeling. Portal Mel and other community mods are considered really good, even if they are incredibly difficult in some cases. And Gmod. Gmod's its own beast, with plenty of workshop maps to play with that can try and get that feeling, but it's not the same. And indie projects like Gravitas can fill that void, but it doesn't have that cultural impact the way that Valve stuff did. Even big games that try to emulate it, like Back 4 Blood, make you wish Valve did more with Left 4 Dead. I've had friends that told me that the feelings peaked in Left 4 Dead 2, or Portal 2, but for me it was Half-Life 2, Episode 2, and Lost Coast. Lost Coast is just a demo level, designed to show players how Valve thinks in making their levels, and the technical aspects surrounding this. It talks about lighting and level design, and it's good if you're a potential game developer, not so much if you're hoping for some closure to the narrative. Lost Coast came out in 2011, and was released and told fans that they weren't getting the game they wanted. Half-Life 3 was cancelled. Given that climate, I can see why people aren't enthusiastic about Lost Coast. Soon after, Portal 2 would come out. It would reference Half-Life, and then close its narrative. That was the last time we really had the Valve Golden Age experience. So I thought I'd share my playthrough of Lost Coast in that context. I've had just finished Half-Life 2 Episode 2, and immediately booted up Lost Coast to see what it was all about. Hope you enjoy. Okay, so I just finished the ending of Half-Life 2 Episode 2. I went to Google, and I had a look around. I wanted to see, especially with Half-Life Alyx, if there was anything I could glean from Lost Coast. But Lost Coast just seems like the kind of game that exists, but there isn't much to talk about. I know that the game, obviously, just gave me commentary options, but that doesn't mean anything to me when, well, I know that they retconned the ending Alyx. And I will continue to talk about this as I go through the level. Oh, hello there.
Hey! You there? Wait a minute now, aren't you? You are. You're that scientist chap, Friedman, Fishman, am I right?
Close.
You must be here to take on the Combine. Not sure what one man can do, but no other reason to visit St. Olga at a time like this. I'll take you to where they made their base, or as far as I can, at any rate.
I'm assuming Lost Coast kind of just exists as a demo of what they would have done if they continued to work on the project before it was quietly cancelled in 2011. I know that they Half-Life 2 has the idea that what exists in the Borealis, which is a big part of
Now, let me just unlock this
the
key.
ending.
Got the key right here. There we go. Get along now, laddie. Destroy that gun and no dawdling.
I'm taking this with me. The thing is, like, I actually really like the engine. I wish I saw more of Gmod maps that utilized all this, because it's pretty basic in terms of its assets, but that doesn't mean it's not. I don't think there are any achievements in this, so... One thing I was going to mention, I thing about VR is that it's not actually affordable. It's just not at the moment. So to be like, oh, every Half-Life game in future will be VR is not exactly, comforting. It's like the future of Half-Life is VR. While I'm still glad it has a future, more than what we used to think. I am not dying in Lost Coast. That is unacceptable. Oh, what? Okay, turns out I'm just an idiot. I was actually meant to go through that crossing. Old Half-Life style. Okay. I'm kind of curious about the... Oh. Never mind. I was going to say, I am curious about the director's commentary now, but at the same time, I kind of just want to experience what feels like the last piece of Half-Life if I'll be able to. Since I don't have... Sorry if that makes me a bit silent. I kind of went into this game expecting there to be a bit more to talk about, but... I guess I'm kind of starting to understand what I'm actually dealing with here. I'm clearly not paying enough attention. I got so used to playing this without talking, that's really hard to go back from. I didn't expect it to be either, like... a lot of games, I get a lot of commentary, but this... I don't know how to feel, it's very... It's a game that feels like it exists in a void, like... almost like a fan game. All the pieces are in the right places to look like something you know, but it doesn't feel like it. Not because it's bad or anything, but because the actual flow just doesn't flow from anything. It just exists. That's not to say a lot of Half-Life games didn't just pull you out of nowhere and be like, hey, welcome to your life now. Literally, it's in fact one of the most narrative, annoying things about this game is how little is actually explained to you. But, sometimes that's just how a game wants to tell a story. That's certainly not ineffective. It's just irritating. I paused for a minute there, but I'm kind of unsure what the game wants me to do. I'm assuming it wants me to climb up there, but I don't know how to do that. Because, like... What am I meant to... What am I meant to use to get up there? Huh? Surely if you have a level like this, you're expecting me... Oh. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. That's... Right. Oh. I don't know how to turn one of those things off. What do I do? Oh, right. Now. Oh, there you go. Oh, Mayor. You just kill your own guys, dumbass. I think you did. No! Taking out a helicopter, I have to say, is one of the most satisfying things you can do in this series. Because, like, the helicopter's so annoying. When you finally get to kill one, it's like, beautiful. Oh, am I meant to be on this? Looks like I'm meant to be here. No, damn it. That's just mean. That's just mean. Why would you have such tight platforming? Okay, at least your save point's right here. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. Cool. Okay. Guess we'll just sail right down then. That Combine aren't salty or anything. Ha ha ha.
You did it, lad.
Nice.
Come on with me to St. Olga. We'll celebrate this victory with a feast.
Now you got the spike back.
I hope you like leeches.
Oh no.
Hey, where you going? You're getting fuzzy around the edges. Well, I guess you got other places to be. Nice knowing ya.
And that will probably be the last I play of Half-Life, since I am unlikely to own a VR system at any point in my future. Hope you've enjoyed me ranting about the fact that I will not be able to play one of my favorite series because the technology that I desire will not be accessible to me. Since then, I've watched a playthrough of Half-Life Alyx, and by God it seems amazing. Because I can't really use VR yet, I can only enjoy the fact it exists rather than play it myself. I know the writer behind Half-Life created a fanfic ending, as they would have if they had been able to, and Half-Life Alyx does its own thing. The series has a future, but it won't ever be the same. It might be fantastic and enjoyable, but it's not going to be affordable or readily available to people like me for a long time. Something to note is that before Valve were making so much money from Steam unchallenged that it wasn't financially necessary for them to make games or innovate their games to accomplish more, with Epic as an attempted competition, they've had to. I hate Epic because I hate Tencent, but at least there's that. And recently things like The Last Stand have come out for Left 4 Dead. The game has been untouched by Valve in years when they did that. So maybe there's some good to come. But for now, a lot of us are going to have that feeling when they play these games. So maybe it's comforting to know you're not the only one. It certainly has been for me.